Good evening, everyone. I am Tassinix. It's another round of 3v3 Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. It is week 2, round 3. Our opponent this evening is Steiner. Hello there. Of First Guard 0. Pretty close in power to me. And okay, so he's got 2 GL R8, Slacker and JML. He's got Gas R8, Vader R8. I respect the Vader R8. I feel like there's, as far as like a single character goes, I feel like there's no single character that offers you more between fleet and any kind of combat mission using Vader than Vader. Nobody does more for you than Vader for the money. JKL makes sense. Let's go on down. Alright, we quickly get out into what seems to be the weeds. Where was his GK? I must have missed him. Yeah, there he is, alright. And JK must be further on down. Yeah. So, yeah, JK R8. No, Dark Trooper R8 too, man. I have mad respect for this. And the guy must even have like halfway. Okay, well he put on speed modding, so that's, I guess, something. Ooh, but hey, you can't hate on that, right? Like, guys at 270 something speed, that's kind of where you want them to be at. 270 plus. 10,000 plus damage. And here's the thing, if you have him in an offense arrow, which is what I have mine in, it's going to be, it should be close to or over 11,000. Crit chance is kind of immaterial, right? I mean, crit chance is neat, but he doesn't get to crit unless he has advantage. And if he has advantage, he's going to crit. So you got that. Hey, Lauren, welcome to the stream. How you doing? I saw you were streaming tonight. I did notice you were not streaming WoW. Are you actually wearing yourself out on that? Because I'm still waiting on you. Like, I'm willing to poke around with it and have some fun with it again, if people that I'm playing with actually care about playing it. But otherwise, I just have no interest in going back to WoW. It's only fun because of friends for me. Otherwise, everything's a solved puzzle, and it's just no fun anymore. But anyway, Dark Trooper is an absolute monster and is a worthy R8, so hats off to this dude, because, and he's got him at the right speed and everything with the Zeta. You can't hate that. You can't be mad. Crit damage, okay, I don't feel as bad about having crit damage. Alright, yeah, he's only slightly faster than my own. Whoo, lad, he's got a bunch of damage. Holy crap, what has this guy got, though? Where's all the offense coming from? There's some of it, 1.35%. Alright. I don't know, man. I gotta take a look at my mods for him, because this guy is beating the brakes off mine for damage. Oh, you know what it is? It's an offense cross. He has an offense cross. this is not as great because when you're playing this guy against the team that you're generally trying to play him against, this guy has base potency. You want to have over 100% potency because you want to make sure that on his basic you can land buff immunity. And you're trying to land this against your Kylo Ren Unmasked of the world. Hey Lay, how you doing? I'm actually streaming my Star Wars thing right now. I don't know if you're tuned in on Twitch, but I'm actually streaming.
I don't know. I should take a look at it.
Yeah. So, I mean, unless you have a question or anything you want to talk to me about the game, I appreciate if you don't say anything else until the stream is over. But like after that, in like the late night sense of the term, I would probably be down for Overwatch. But I know you said you've got school again tomorrow.
Yes, but I can stay up till 10, but then I have to be quiet after that. But I shall be back.
And you're West Coast, so that's 3 hours behind. It's 10 p.m. where I am right now. I'll be streaming for the next hour and a half. That's where I see it.
Well, cool. We have an hour and a half to play then. See you later.
All right, deuces, man. Take care.
You too.
All right, so the guy has the offense cross, but the thing is that when you're using JK these days, you want to be able to stick that potency. Okay, and you do not plan to stream it, but you have a friend over this weekend, but you did watch Star Wars this weekend. Really, Lauren? Okay, I feel it. Did you watch, like, all of them? Did you watch some of them? And what order in which did you watch them if you watched more than one? Because it matters, actually, and, like, there's a chronological order, and then there's a story chronological order, I guess. And that's called the Hatchet order. I think we talked about this before some years ago, though. Okay, anyway, in terms of looking over this guy's roster, nothing. When we get down to this level, we're not talking about anything terribly interesting. Let's just make a couple quick checks, yeah? How fast is BSF? Alright, BSF is a thicker girl. Whoo! Boy, 317 is not a game. Alright. I hope we see that on defense. That way I can just run through it, old style. How's this Malak? Malak is speed health Malak. What a rare variant. And honestly, still over 200,000 total, health pool, right? How interesting. And 111% tenacity isn't anything to sneeze at. How interesting, right? I am super into that. That's kind of clever. I think that's kind of cool. Having a fast Malak is pretty advantageous. Because his first move is going to be a perch. So I'm loving that. That's smart. Any other surprises? We won't encounter Thrawn defensively. 317. Alright, that's kind of a magic number for this guy, I guess. The full health Grievous, there's nothing wrong with that. 195. He doesn't need to be fast if he just does overwhelming damage. Okay, alright. It's respectable. Mine's TW modded. And as far as 5v5 GAC and TW can, Territory War can be interchangeable in terms of modding. 3v3 is a bit more specialized, and that's something that I've come to realize this season more than any other. I know I've talked about this in my previous stream and maybe the stream before, but that 3v3 team where you do CLS, Chewpio, C3PO, if you're not running your CLS in a crit avoidance arrow and a tenacity cross, and you're not running your Chewpio in a crit avoidance arrow, and you could either do potency for triangle, cross, and circle, or you could do, not potency, protection, sorry. And protection for, the other option would be protection for triangle and circle, and then tenacity for cross. But if you're not doing that kind of setup for your CLS on defense, in 3v3, you're asking to just get easily rolled by a JTR team. So nobody wants that. You know, Dylar, welcome to the show. Appreciate you. We're the third martini in. We are having ourselves a good time. Anyway, we were just finishing the review of the opponent's interesting characters. I always love this game. Yes, thank you. The first round was a loss. Appreciate you, game, for reminding us of that. Second round was a win versus our old opponent, Boom. We've seen this gentleman a couple of times. I do believe we have not lost to him yet, so appreciate you, Boom. You're all right by me. I'm never gonna say you're a bad guy. And our opponent this evening is Steiner, as I already said. Alright, so this guy hasn't attacked me yet. We'll just review the top two walls on my side and then move on to the opponent's side. So, shout out, hold on, let me pull up my Discord real quick so I know how to say this guy. So, shout out to not my last round opponent, which was, God, the guy I just said. I just feel like a jerk if I don't say it. Boom. But the guy before him, Zal Juxalot, he and I had a good conversation after the last battle. He's been my only loss this season. And he had some insight about his picks for defense, and I liked some of it. So this nest, Resistance Zero Finn, Resistance Zero Poe, so you don't get the benefit of the Finn leadership. Okay, fine. You're leaving mostly, as far as what matters, you're leaving offense on the table. Okay, fine. But you can trooper that team, Finn, Poe, for 54. With almost any variant of Imperial troopers that you care about. And it's just not close. What you can't say about that particular setup is you're not going to troopers it, I guarantee you that. You're going to do something with it, and you're going to do something that matters, because you got to deal with Nest. But you're not going to troopers it, I promise you that. So, we've, let's see, I may or may not have committed you to sending Xerath followers. Okay, hold on. Let me pull up a Twitch tab. Alright, Dylar, I'm going to need you to tell me how to actually do that, because I want to be able to hook up Xerath after this, because obviously I have a huge hard-on for Xerath. He is just, he is my favorite, no offense, but he's my favorite streamer. Alright, I pulled up a Twitch TV tab. No. Sendings. I may or may not have committed you to sending Xerath flowers, not followers. This is good gin. I am pleased with this gin.
Oh.
Somebody just landed my Discord? Oh, I understand. It's Twitch. I opened up a Twitch tab. Anyway, so as far as the rest of my defense goes, Nute Jango L3. L3 is just better than any of your separatist tank options. Yeah, Magna is okay. Yeah, it's, the others would start under stealth. Okay, fine. L3 is better. That's all I just have to say about that. Poggle, Droideka, B1, we used it before, we haven't used it in a couple of rounds. I just like the unfortunate choice that it forces. You want to go after B1 first, because if you go after anyone else, B1's just going to heal them. So that just means that this R7 Droideka with 16 mods and just a hair under 10,000 damage is going to be like, yeah, no, that's fine. Just go ahead and go after the B1. That's no problem for me. And then Hux, Sith Trooper, and Faust, shout out to Dylar. Here's the thing. You're right. And I thought about this last round, too. I put Crew instead of Faust with this team. and it didn't get me a hold. And okay, so that's a sample size of 1. So be that what it may, the fact is that I could have gotten no holds with Faust and had crew as an option to do anything with if I needed it. And the entire point of like winning these matches at the higher, especially at the higher level, is about efficiency, which is dependent on having options. So I think I'm going to stick with this about having Faust with this team. I just feel like having crew in the pocket is just a better strategic call all around. And yeah, you tell me where to send those flowers, Dylar, and I'll send the gentleman flowers. It would probably be less weird if I sent them to him than to his wife and just saying like, "Hey, big fan of your husband." Nah, that would be weirder than just sending them to the man himself. Then he can kind of just awkwardly brush it off in like one comment. Yeah, that seems like the smarter call. All right, so that's my top wall, bottom wall. So we got gas, Rex and 5s. We have Bam, Han, Chewie. Again, our opponent has an attack, so I don't want to give too much comment about the efficacy of this. And then we have GG, Zaris, and B2. And again, there's a specific reason this is chosen this way, but our opponent hasn't attacked. And on the off chance that he is bored and extra lonely and looking for somebody that currently has 3 viewers, he might be able to find out what the grand stratagem is. So I just don't want to reveal to him, all of that. Yeah, it would, Absolution. Yeah, it would be awkward if I put Zareth in that situation. Anyway, so here. Wait. I shouldn't be doing this wall. No, I did that wall. So I should be doing this guy's top wall now. Let's do that first. So, Dooku, Droideka, Magna. It's kind of a meh team, whatever. GG, B1, B2. This is what we've been using Mon Mothma against all season. Again, shout out to Dylar for that. That one is super, super efficient. And, I asked Dylar the other day about whether or not the Zeta for K2SO felt like it was worth it. And he said absolutely. And I mean, that aligns with our suspicion that we talked about a couple streams ago that, as that protection ramps up, it just makes Mon Mothma's basic all that much more efficient because she restores health and protection on a percentage basis. So I like that idea a lot. That's very appealing. I guess somewhere in the next 35 days, I might look at that Zeta for K2SO. But honestly, we're expecting Galactic Legends here just around the corner. I have my doubts that I'm going to be able to spare it to K2SO, but it has its place. I mean, there's something to be said for a single ability that basically assures the difference between a 53 and a 54. And where you have matches that increasingly depend on you winning by margins as much as 6 or 7 banners. Being able to save 1, huge premium. Huge deal. And again, I'm playing at the 8.2 range, but I know that a lot of these counters apply at GPs much lower than mine because I was there and I remember. Anyway, that's our opponent's top lane. Bottom lane, so we've got Fin Poe, and as I was saying, this is kind of trooper bait nowadays. People used to put this down to reliably draw out something with Han and Chewie. You could either do Kira, you could do Wedge. Dylar has shown that the wedge lead leads to a 54 because of the turn meter. Dylar, let me know. Let me know, by the way, what's the speed on that wedge of yours? I'm curious, because the only reason why I would say that Kira would be a competitor as a leader is you just have that stacking protection thing from her leadership. But if you have the turn meter such that the protection doesn't get nicked on your guys, then he who strikes first strikes best. So I'm not going to argue that. Anyway, so we got Fin Poe, we got Rey, IG-11 and Kuiil, so, you know, this is for C here to take out. And then we have Nute, Jango, Nest, and, you know, I have your boy Malak planned out for this one. So anyway, let's pull up my sheet, which you can access freely through my Discord. Check out my info on YouTube to find that. Alright, so what did I say I wanted to do? Oh yeah, too far scrolled over. Battle is this. Alright, the fins. So we're going to do Gideon Piett range. We used that before. It was hilarious. It was not close. Appreciate the shiny nickel, Dylar. One love. Let's go ahead and do that. Apply Imperial Ambition. Stack Protection. Booty cheeks go clap. There was a fin, and then there was not a fin. I don't have the Zeta on Piett, so it's not really worth it for me to try and hit him with the third unless I'm trying to go for a debuff. Also, there's a variety of situations in which the it's just straight up the debuff ability right there is enough to merit the worth. Okay, you hit him. Alright, I'm into it. We might not get as much protection as we typically have. We've gotten 54 with this in the past. Oof. Okay, alright. Pop goes the weasel. 54. No, we got 54. Alright. We're into it. Mark it on the sheet. Nice and clean. Alright, for this new thing, we were planning on Malak. Because he's one target, Jango should do the rocket first. That won't save him. Yeah, that won't save anybody. See? I just want to do the drain, thanks. Let's get that train moving. Yes, everybody moves faster. No, I don't care. We can do that, that's fine. The more damage they do, the quicker we bring on the next stack, the drain, and then we just start doing more busted stuff for funsies. Let's actually do the purge there. That's fine. It's basic here. Alright. Get me. People who get drained. Stun. Damn shame. Alright, now it's 3 stack zone. This is, these are the good times. do that. I knew it. Trainin' Z? Yeah. I need turns, because here's the thing, I don't want Jango to die too soon, because I need to have more in the draining people sense of the term. For situations like that. Okay. Now he hits like a baby girl. And then we drain. And then we 56 that. And this is how it's done. Maybe you could auto it for the same result. I don't know. But I like controlling it and making sure I get my 56. 56 is worth a lot to me. Alright. So against this Rey, we're planning on doing C armor. And the idea here is this. You don't have a huge threat condition here. And the biggest risk to armor is having a whirlwind go off. And what we have learned conclusively, especially because of last round, is that you should absolutely put the 2 stacks of Beskar armor on Sith Eternal Emperor, as opposed to trying to go greedy and get maybe the armor shred on Rey. You know, anyway, it's not that it's likely because you have the taunt from IG-11 and everything. All the more reason just to go with the 2 stacks, because the benefit of the 3rd stack is the 100% counter chance, and that's what you have the chains ability for. You're going to get your retribution, you're going to get your counter attacks. So go with that. Alright, so, and then Mandalorian. Off we go. I like saving Watt just to have that flexibility for later on. Largest protection target and Rey. That seems pretty reasonable. Okay, we're not going to be greedy. We're going to take our 2 stacks to the Emperor. And I say that because she can, at very reasonably low health, she can use her execute against armor before she would get a second turn. Individual mileage may vary. Okay, boom. So there it was. Second match in a row where I've seen that if I had tried to go for the 3rd stack of Beskar armor, I would have for sure lost the match. Whereas I am for sure going to win this match, because I have this 30% protection restore and she doesn't. So yeah. Now we can do this again. We're going to link this one and this one because we're more likely than not to have the ultimate come off soon, and regardless of the circumstance, I just want to be able to delete them. Let's see if we can't take a stack of inspiration off her. We did. Fantastic. We get hit real big like, but we do the protection restore. Absolutely beautiful. She gives us a bunch of protection back. We do the transform. Death to the enemies. And now we just put it on auto. When there's only one target left, you've got C, you've got him with his armor thing. It's as good as it's going to get. He's going to take another ultimate to the face, but he's also going to have full protection for that whole experience. Incidentally, full health as well. So, hopefully a little protection, but definitely full health. 51. We'll take it. And now we're through the first wall. Let's mark our 51. Which may as well be a 53, right? Because we got a 56 there with Malak. So this basically balances out to a 53. Not bad. Not bad. So that means it would be a 53, 54, 54. Averaging it out. Solid first wall. Alright. So the man has put 2 GLs back here. Let's make a note of his decisions. So he has DR, Malak, BSF. He has Mon Mothma, Cara, and Hoth Rebel Scout. Interesting choice. Bastila, Ayla Sakura, and Ezra. Weird. And then Slacker Daka Zombie. How interesting. Alright, against DR Malak BSF, let's go ahead and say Slacker. We didn't already have him assigned in our plan. Mon Mothma, Cara, Hoth Rebel Scout. Unless anybody has a better idea, I'm thinking that's just Traya, Sion, Nihilus. Bastila, Ayla, and Ezra. I'm less sure about that one, but the Slacker Daka Zombie is going to be JML, Hoda, and probably Snips. I like Snips better. Ahsoka. But what about this Bastila, Ayla, Ezra thing? Oh, no, we already have JKR committed. Okay. Yeah, we have that committed. We don't have crew committed. Could Crew Watt and Relic 3 Wampa take that on? Bastila, Ayla, Ezra? It's R5, R3, and R5, so it's an R3 Wampa, but like it's an R7 crew and it would have a tank tech. That's kind of busted. I like that idea. Why not then just use Fox? Well, what does it matter? Because, like, at least you get the days with Wampa. The attack tech makes it so that whatever you kill is not coming back regardless. So you don't need Fox about that. So why Fox is my question back to you, Dylar. Alright, and while we ponder those questions, let's make our way through this top wall. So we already know about CLS, we're just going to use resistance. Because, alright, why not then just use Fox? Because he wields an energy axe. Alright, I appreciate that dominant energy that comes from, using an energy axe. You've got to respect that kind of thing. Fair enough. I don't want to hear about it, cat. Mumbling over in the corner. Dispel our BB-8. Just keep wailing on Chewpio. People who do nothing, Chapter 1. I appreciate it, Ayla. You know how it is. Even trolling interaction is better than no interaction. Okay, so again, this is a rare circumstance. I still feel like dispelling the Chewpio is probably the safer. Oh, geez, the daze is no good. Let's try and do that. He's got daze, but he could also do that sweep, and that would be super bad at this point. Let's super dispel him, keep going after. Alright, thank God for the daze there. We have the stealth again. Let's think about this. We should probably try and go for the stun here on CLS. No dice. Alright, so the basic... Alright, so I don't feel bad about taking the gamble because the basic from GTR was enough to secure the kill. And then we can start just abusing this guy. Let's go ahead and put that on her. Oh, jeez. Basic. Come on. Alright, land a stun. I am into it. That's okay. More basic. Veers, Piett, and Dark on this comp. It's an interesting consideration, but I would challenge to say where might you better use CLS? Or sorry, JTR rather. Where might you better use JTR than here? If not here, then where? Alright, 50. Not the best clear this time. And here's the interesting thing. Not a bruiser modded. Not a playbook bruiser modded CLS, but enough to cost me 50 banners, so I mean, tough to hate on it, you know, I mean, enough to cost me 4 banners, rather. GGB1, B2, we know the script. The path that Dylar has set before us is a noble path, a clear path. Like in the hat, hey Lay, you know, I've had this hat for many years. I've been using this since I was streaming League of Legends. Alright, let's get this rolling. So, Dylar, what did he get with banners using Veers, Piett, and Dark Trooper against that comp? I'm super curious to know. Want to try and land the days. We didn't land the days. We didn't land the days, folks. Okay, okay. Jeez. That was suboptimal, to be sure. Zoom, 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 zoom. Okay. The only thing at this point that's tough is just trying to make sure you have as much protection as possible by the end. I'll do the upgrade here, it's fine. Be at high enough health here. $53. 53 is enough. Mark it down, pass it around. Alright, against crew Kylo sit, I was thinking Bossk, Greef, Mando. So now is a good enough time to stop and think about that Bastila, Ayla, Ezra team. How am I going to deal with that? No, I don't think you can GBA Soldier Spy against Dooku DDK Magna because you'd have the Magna just counterattacking and putting up taunt again, right? We don't have Vader assigned, though. Vader against 3 Jedi. Bastila, Ayla, Ezra. So we could do something like Thrawn lead, Shore Trooper, and Vader, right? But then we don't use Watt. What a waste. What a waste. No, it's okay. We could do something... Bastila, Ayla, Ezra. You don't have AoE from any of the characters, so that means their priority is going to go down on Thrawn or Shore Trooper from an AI point of view. So you could Thrawn, Vader, and Shore Trooper, and you can lock down Ezra. But you could much more easily Bossk, Greef, Mando, that Bastila team, and you wouldn't have to wait. So what's a good crew counter for that? No, I remember looking this up earlier today. Good crew counter is generally going to be the Bossk team. Bastila, Ayla, Ezra. What an odd team. Let's see what Swugga counters and Zerath have to say for resources. Okay, well, we already have Slacker committed. Appreciate you. C is committed. Okay. Alright, well, that was pretty useful. Appreciate you. Swugga counters didn't give us anything useful. So Traya was used for 52 banners against that team. That makes sense, but we already had Traya committed to Mon Mothma. But Mon Mothma is rather easily countered by Geos, is it not? Let's take a look. Darth Vader, Piett, and what? Darth Vader, something, and what? And we already used... No, we didn't use Thrawn. What was that? It was Darth Vader, Piett, and what? Didn't we use Piett? Okay. So we'll say that it's Thrawn, Vader, and what? I'm into it. We'll do that again. We've done it before, we'll do it again. I'm into that. That makes a lot of sense to me. Alright, where are we at here? We're on crew. Let's do crew. Crew's gonna be bounty hunters. Bossk, Greef, Mando, and off we go. get this taunt off of him. Then we're gonna blitz him. Under 2 strikes, a basic. Somebody's about to get stunned. Real for real. This is gonna dispel debuffs. Objectively the better choice, but we don't have enough tenacity to resist another stun. Alright, contract procced. Now we're in the real deal. Delete the threat condition. Now that we have the contract procced, we can easily use that ability to give a whole bunch of goodness, including max protection. We're actually just going to basic there because I want to save that mass assist ability for this again. And so his taunt doesn't do any damage. Everybody's at full health, full protection. Pop goes the Weasel for 54. Dooku, Droideka, Magna. We're going to use GAC Jolee, Grandmaster Yoda for that. Okay. Let's roll. Deflected. Unreal. So that's gonna be worse than a straight up trade. We should trade hit points. Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. How many times is that gonna be deflected? Alright. We're going to take it easy here. We have a lot of work to do to restore protection. Basic. Basic. More turns is better. Basic him. Spread foresight. Trade turn meter. Okay. Stun him, basic him, 52. 52 is okay. I would describe that as an okay score. Not a good score, not a great score. It's an okay score. But that's what we have other battles for, to make up those points. Let's take a brief look at what he has for fleet so we can take notes. How terribly interesting. The gentleman has Negotiator and Radis. So, how do we want to handle this? So here's an interesting problem for me, because Rebels is good against either of these fleets. Empire is good, if lucky, against the Negotiator, and dominant against Hoda. So I guess it's my answer. Against Negotiator, I'll plan to use Home 1. Against Radis, I'll plan to use Executrix. Interesting. Alright. Let's do the hardest one first. Let's do Slacker. So that's JML. Hoda, Ahsoka. That's what I put down on the sheet. We're ready to roll. Landing ability block is awesome. Landing this on her is good because it does that, which allows this. Yeah. That doesn't matter. Calling him matters. Basic for that. Okay. Restore protection, block ability. Basic again, so we have freedom of movement. Call Ahsoka to basic. Now call JML. Okay, that's the second death. Now we call Hoda. Now we call Hoda. Now we call Hoda. Now health and protection. People living is what's up, what's up. Big heal. Big protection. Call him. Legit basic. Basic. Call him. Call him. Call her. Get rid of that advantage. Call him. Call her. Nope, call him. Call her. $51. Not the very, very, very best, but it'll do. Okay, against DR, we're just going to slacker solo that. Done it a million times. We'll do it a million times again. Off we go. $55. So, instead of Traya, Sion, Nihilus against Mon Mothma, Cara, Hoth Rebel Scout, I'm thinking to use the Vader team against that instead. That Thrawn, Vader, Watt team against this Mon Mothma team. And Traya, Sion, Nihilus against this Bastila team. Is there a more dastardly option that I'm overlooking? Alright, let's go. Attack. Tank. Okay. Well, that's awful. Crush here. Protection up. They can dispel his things from there. That was a huge mistake. Should have been Vader lead with Thrawn. $50. Really disappointing. I think it could have been better with a Vader lead. Gonna note this in the sheet. Okay, Bastila, Ayla, and Ezra with Traya, Sion, and Nihilus will do that. Yeah, 50 is quite something, isn't it, Dialer? 50's like the, oh well, honey, you tried score. Okay, people who I don't want influencing anyone else. I don't want Ezra influence. Okay, we can get protection back from her. Nothing matters about this basic. Rather see if we can't Jeebus. It's an interesting comp, yeah? Yeah, well, you know, one-shots are one thing, efficient one-shots are another, and you don't pretend like you don't know, you 2670 plus scoring some bitch. You know what's up, Dialar. Don't bullshit me. Alright, let's just go ahead and delete the threat condition, that's fine. Basic. My only goal right now is try and get to get Sion back to 100% health. That is my highest fantasy right now. $52. It isn't the very, very best, but it'll do. Alright, on to fleets then. Alright, how did I say that I wanted to do this? It's going to be home one against Negotiator and Executrix against Radis. So shall it be. Alright, Negotiator, Rebels. Against Rebels, we do Biggs, Biston, Han, Cassian, Phantom. No, not you, not Ghost. Y-Wing. And Evan Hawk. And we do all of these. You only need Cassian only. Alright, tell me if I screw up here. Might be leaving money on the table then. Alright, we can get the freebie assisted first. We got that. We have the big AoE to come, but the AoE won't be coming for a while because we know that unending loyalty is coming. Alright, we have buff immunity. We otherwise have full health. I would rather just not have buff immunity. And there comes our taunt back. Oh, I see what you meant. Okay, so we have an interesting set of options here. Because we already used the heal, we're for sure going to lose Biggs. In that scenario, we want to have a second tank at the ready, and it just so happens that Y-Wing is uniquely predisposed to destroying the Sarge ship. Basic wiggle. Basic through that. Okay, alright, so great. So we got the days a second time. This might be one of those use multiple fleets to clear the battle sort of things, guys. Basic. Okay, good. We got the Anakin out of the way. Lord Almighty. Okay, we get to bring in a ship. We get to dispel stuff, but the rebel ship is still gonna die. So the best thing that we could do is bring this in and do the dispel here, hoping he gets the attack. The bombs go off, and he lives! The very best. Because we have days, we can't really do anything. We'll just double the turn meter gain, I guess. Basic, we'll do the special second onto you. We'll basic you. Okay, you're gonna heal people. Healing people is good people. We'll heal the Millennium Falcon. This is a really weird battle, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's call me. I'll deal with that Rex. Deal with you. Biggest possible hits a second ability, but we still have protection. Do you go after? Yeah, you go after that first. So we're gonna have to clean that. But it doesn't really matter what happens from here. Let's basic that out. Or let's auto that out, rather. Disappointing. So we had a drop in fleet. Let's think about that. We could have gambled Empire against it. The problem is that if you don't force the unending loyalty, it's almost certainly a loss. But then again, we just lost here with Rebels. So, let's think this one through carefully. Alright. Be right back. I'm going to use the men's room and we'll finish up this war. Alright, we are back. Alright, so let's think more about this. So we should use the more serious fleet remaining to us for Holdo. Do we need anyone else? I don't think so. Let's roll. Buff immunity on you is nearly impossible, but worth a try, right? Okay, worth trying to put the big hit on you, gain foresight. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we have breach. We have a big hit coming from Rey. We should call in Palps and heal up the gauntlet. Dispel all of this. Put up taunt. Good, 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 good. Oh! Kind of clever, really, as an anti-Empire thing. And chaff really serves well here. There we go. Okay, alright, we can live with all this. Okay. Whole bunch of crap. Taking the turn meter off is pretty useful here, truth be told. Dispel. Okay. Hit him. Hit him. Dispel buffs up everyone else. Again, heal gauntlet. Basic. Turn meter boost everyone. Apply target lock to you, kill you. Basic to you. Third to you. Basic to you. And that's 65. Okay, we're noting for the Negotiator we had one drop with home one. Got 65 on Executrix, and now to finish up this one. We're going to select Radis. Now, you know what? We're going to do Holdo. Holdo seems safest against a preloaded Negotiator, Anakin or not. But we are going to kind of go minimal here. Do we need anyone else? Maybe Cad Bane. That's it. That's it. TIE Fighter hits super hard, Dylar. Like, line up TIE Fighter next to Vader's TIE, and you'll see that it's about 1,000 damage less if both of them are at R7 and 6E. So you're not wrong. Vader's, a TIE Fighter's just a monster. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Done that to both of those. No debuffs on Houndstooth, so no need to call Houndstooth with Cad Bane. Put Daze on the 5s if you can. He's the only threat condition left on the board. Yes, you do have debuffs, but now you don't. Punked again, part 2, the Vengeance. Finish off Sarge, so you have your pick of the litter. That's fine. Okay. Brutal. Destroy the capital, definitely the biggest possible benefit. Sweep. Call the guy with offense up. Basic to finish. Basic. Houndstooth special. Basic. And 47 with Holdo. Alright, what's the final score for the sheet, folks? 26-46. Better than last round, so... better than last 2 rounds, I guess, so... we'll see if it works out. Our opponent hasn't done any attacks on us yet, so there's nothing to review there. Alright guys, well, it looks like we're good. Final score for the evening is 26-46, so I'll update on Discord what the final result is. We'll see what our opponent does overnight. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll see you here next week for the, what is it? Is it the 3rd round or 4th round? What is it? This is week 3, round 3. So it's week 4, round 1 coming up next. We'll see y'all for that. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye.